when I prepare for a big event, obviously excellence is really important to me, and for me it's just a matter of breaking down the task into its smallest pieces. I focus on those little 1% every day. Whether it's a technique thing or a skill thing, often it's the 1% that separate, you from your competitors, and it can be the difference between, I guess, winning a medal and sort of missing the podium completely. So for me, it's just about not getting complacent, staying really hungry, staying motivated, sort of, I guess, focusing on the goals that you want to achieve and making sure that you do everything important. And I had a coach for many years sort of say to me, look, winning's not easy. If it was, everyone would do it. I think that sort of summarises that, it can take a unique person and a unique athlete to sort of stand on top of that podium as number one. And often you look back at a preparation or a season, and there's moments where you're pretty proud of and say, look, I did everything that I wanted to do. And for me, that's the motto I've always used when I walk out behind the blocks, is just say, look, I've done everything I've done. I've ticked all the boxes, and, I'm ready to race. Yeah, so during my career there's been plenty of challenges. Often, we're thrown sort of challenges every day when we're competing, and it can be the form of, transport being late, the warm-ups being really busy and crowded, sort of the accommodation not being the perfect sort of scenario that you're used to sleeping at home, or sort of the meals you're used to eating at home. So for me as an athlete, I think the greatest thing is sort of staying relaxed, taking things in your stride and not getting too caught up on, the perfect preparation. One particular story that comes to mind was in 2016 in Rio. I was preparing for one of my major events and got on the bus. The bus driver took off, and the journey was usually about 15 minutes. 20 minutes had passed and we were nowhere near the stadium. A few athletes started to panic, and I remember sort of the bus driver pulling over, the doors opened, and this girl got on the bus, gave the driver a kiss. We did a U-turn and then sort of headed back towards the stadium, and I remember sort of being pretty flustered, pretty panicked, pretty anxious, because I was preparing for, like I said, one of my biggest events. I texted my coach, just said, look, I'm on the bus, I've got the funniest story to tell you, I'll get to the pool when I can, and we'll sort of deal with it. But I saw athletes panic, I saw athletes stress. I tried to remind myself just to stay calm. The preparation has taken place over the last 2 years. You're not going to let a small sort of situation like this throw, the last 12 years of preparation. So, I got to the pool. I did everything I needed to do in the short amount of time, and walked out behind the blocks, focusing on the training I had done and not sort of, the interesting bus ride. But, it was only a couple of days later that we found out it was the bus driver's girlfriend, and she was just coming to watch the swimming that night. So, there's a lot of challenges that are going to get thrown our way, but they usually sort of make a pretty good story once you can look back and reflect on it.